Hello, welcome to Gel Anywhere for Teens. My name is Grant. We're going to go through a yoga practice today. This is an introduction to yoga. What we're going to do is come through some sun salutations, which is the foundation of a vinyasa yoga practice and movement that you'll find in virtually any yoga class. Yoga, the word, comes from the Sanskrit root meaning union. It's a practice of achieving union between body and mind through the breath, specifically linking breath and movement. So flexibility and relaxation are byproducts or secondary outcomes. What we want to do, bring your way to the top of your mat. You don't need any equipment for this, I should explain. I've only got 2 mats set up like this so that I can show you from different angles. You only need 1 mat. If you don't have a mat, that's okay, just a space of floor. Carpet will work, use it without your socks. You don't want to slip, you want to be able to get a good grip. If you're doing it in shoes, that's okay. If you're doing it outside, you don't need a mat, just shoes on the grass or even cement. Feet come together. You might prefer to have the feet in a V shape like that. Otherwise, feet are together, palms together in front of the heart, and we don't want to just collapse into the shoulders and be soft and soggy through the arms, but we find that gentle activation. Remembering yoga is a mindful practice. What this means is a mindful activation of the body. So I'll talk about activation without tension. Soften the eyes closed. As you inhale, the belly will expand, but don't just push the belly forward. You want this to start through an activation of the core. So as you inhale, the tailbone will curl up and the belly will expand. It doesn't push forward massively, but it expands. As you exhale, you flatten that belly towards the spine. The tailbone will uncurl. 2 more like that. You'll notice as the tailbone curls up, that's a subtle movement. You'll feel it more than see it. Belly will expand. No tension accrues in the body though. Exhale, flattening the belly. If you feel tension accruing or anywhere in the body already, just release it. 1 more breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Now interlace fingers, take the arms up high. From here, release the hands, flatten the belly, keep the legs straight for now. So we've come down into our first forward fold. Fingertips or palms to the mat. Keep the legs as straight as you can for now. Now, on your inhale, bring the hands to the thighs, just above the knees. Flatten the back to look forward so your torso is parallel to the mat. Now, bend the knees as much as you need to get your palms flat on your mat. Now, straighten the legs as much as you can without the hands lifting. If the hands start to lift, you've gone far enough through the legs. You may not be able to straighten the legs very much. That's okay at first. Now from here, what we want to do, step straight back into your first high plank. We'll come through sun salutation A variations. So for this one, bring the knees down, but don't collapse to the shoulders. Elbows don't come out to the side. When you come down, elbows skim the ribs. So you've got a good activation through the shoulder. Then Cobra is next. So you slither forward and you don't push, you're using the core. So the shoulders aren't bunched up. You're not pushing, you're not forcing. You're just working on straightening the arms. Tuck the toes, but keep the knees down. Bring the chin towards the sternum. Arch the spine up high like a cat. When you're ready, lift the knees, straighten the legs, and this is your first downward facing dog. If the hands are slipping or sliding forward, push through the fingers, less through the wrist. See if you can press or turn your armpits towards your ears. See if your heels may not touch the mat, that's okay, mine rarely do. 2 more breaths. Inhale, float up to the toes a little. Then as you exhale, press to the palms and press the heels away. 1 more like that. Now, float up to the toes, look forward between the hands, and then walk, step or jump. For now, we'll jump to the top of the mat. Fingers come under your toes, forward fold. Now on your inhale, bring the hands to the thighs again, halfway lift. Bend the knees just a little,
take your hands behind the ankles and then see if you can straighten the legs, and you'll come a little bit deeper to the forward fold, but it's softly. When you're ready, release those hands and unwind your way upright. Palms come together, hands to the heart. Now, from here, interlace the fingers again, press them up. I'll show you that whole movement from the front. Same movement, lengthening up, release the hands and fold straight down. Fingertips or palms to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the thighs. Flatten the back to look forward. Exhale, bend the knees to plant the palms, and now straighten the legs as much as you can without the palms lifting, and make sure you let the head hang so you're soft through the neck. On your next inhale, step straight back into high plank. This time you can keep the knees up or down, up to you. I'll keep them up. Elbows skim the ribs, so elbows not out to the side. It's not a push-up. Elbows skim the ribs. Come down. Hold the body off the mat and then slither forward into Cobra. And then knees are down, chin to sternum, arch the spine. You're in cat pose. And then tuck the toes, knees come up, straighten the legs. This is downward dog again. Stay here as long as you want. What we want to do on this one, as you inhale, you float up to the toes and you look forward between the hands. And as you exhale, go step by step by step. Straight leg walk to the top of the mat. See if you can get 10 steps to the top of the mat. And just noticing, is that as easy as it sounds? How does it feel through the legs? When you get to the top of the mat, fingers are under the toes. Let the body hang. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees gently, hands to the ankles, and then straighten the knees. On your inhale, unwind your way upright. Palms come together, hands to the heart. Those two variations are the simplest variations of Sun Salutation A. We'll do a little bit stronger now. So, press through the feet, arms come up overhead. You can keep the fingers entwined if you prefer. Palms meet. Now, fold straight down, forward fold. Fingertips or palms to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees to plant the palms. Now straighten those legs as much as you can. This time on your inhale, step back your right leg. So your palms are down. Inhale up to the fingertips and you look forward like you're about to run. Exhale, press the palms down and press that heel back and the knee forward. When you're ready, step that left leg back, high plank. Soft knees if you like, otherwise, full chaturanga. Slither into Cobra. Now, if you want, keep the knees down, come to cat pose like we did before. Otherwise, this time, see if you can lift all the way straight up into downward facing dog. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, expanding into the ribs and the belly. Exhale, press to the palms and the heels. 1 more. Now take your right leg up. Exhale, the knee comes forward, touch the sternum, plant the foot. Inhale the fingers, gaze goes forward. Exhale, press the palms down, expand to the hips. Your next inhale, step straight forward, forward fold, fingers are under toes. Then on your inhale, unwind. Palms come together, hands to the heart. And again, lift and lengthen. Palms meet. From here, flatten the belly and like you're diving off a cliff into some deep water, control that descent. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees, plant the palms, straighten the legs as much as you can without the palms lifting. And you'll notice now as you progress in these forward folds that you can get an extra little bit of length each time. This time as you inhale, step back your left leg. Press the palms down, coats opening to the hips. Inhale to the fingertips and look forward. Keep that space you've created as you press the palms down. Knee presses forward and the heel presses back. Then inhale, step back, high plank. Soft knees or full chaturanga. Slither into Cobra. And then cat pose or straight to downward dog. 3 breaths. Your next inhale, this time your left leg is up. Exhale, draw the knee forward, touch the sternum, plant the foot. So this is lifting to the fingertips on your inhale. Exhale, press the palms and expand. Then your next inhale, step that right foot forward, fingers are under toes, you're in forward fold. Inhale, unwind. Palms come together, and they are the two variations of Sun Salutation A. We're coming into Sun Salutation B now, which is a little bit stronger. So same movement from the top of the body. Lift and lengthen, palms meet, and then dive into that forward fold. Now, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant the palms, straighten the legs. On your inhale now, you can step or jump straight into high plank and then flow through. Up into downward facing dog. With Sun Salutation B, we add in standing position, so you take your right leg up. Exhale, the knee comes forward, touch the sternum, plant the foot. Lift the hands up and then the body up, so you're not pushing off with the hands. Lengthen up high, exhale, press the knee forward. See if you can get your knee over your ankle. Don't collapse into this back leg. Keep pressing the heel away. So your whole body, we talk about full body activation in yoga. So you lengthen up, you're reaching to the ceiling through the fingers, but you're not bunching the shoulders by the ears. As you exhale, you press the knee forward and the heel back. But everything starts with the activation through the core. 2 more breaths here. This position is called high crescent lunge because of the crescent shape that you can see through the back of my body. 1 more breath. Now, don't jump. Sweep the arms beside the body. Float that back leg. Get as parallel to the mat as you can. Keep the arms active beside the body. They're not just hanging there. The back leg's not heavy, but the full body activation. See if you can get 3 breaths in this position. This is warrior 3. And then counterlever your way back into high crescent lunge. Exhale, expand. Plant those palms. Step straight back. High plank. Flow through. Inhale up. Exhale back. Take a few breaths here. You'll notice that this is a full body activation and a full body stretch. So take your left leg up as you inhale. Draw the knee forward, touch the sternum, plant the foot. Now, I don't want you to push up. So lift the hands and then lift the body so that it takes out that possibility of pushing your way up. And you'll notice then that you're really engaging through the core. Stack that front knee. Press that heel away. Don't droop. Don't collapse into any part of the body. 2 more breaths. Lengthening high. Don't jump off that back foot. Don't swing the arms to get up. Use everything as leverage and counter leverage so that it all works with the activation through the core for nice, mindful, controlled movement. Again, see if you can get 3 breaths, and then counterlever your way back into high crescent lunge. Plant those palms, step straight back, come through your vinyasa movement. So this position from high plank to chaturanga to cobra to downward dog, that is what is called the vinyasa movement. When you're ready, from your downward dog, you can walk, you can step, or you might jump. Top of the mat, fingers are under the toes or hands behind the ankles, whichever you prefer. Unwind your way up. Palms come together, hands to the heart. We'll do another variation of Sun Salutation B. From here, just start to bend the knees, bring the hands down till you touch the mat, and then sweep the arms forward, but keep your legs in the same position. So it's like you're in an invisible chair pose. 2 more breaths. Now, plant the palms and then straighten the legs, forward fold. When you're ready, step or jump, high plank, come through that vinyasa movement again, back into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. And now on your inhale, it's the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee forward so you touch the sternum, plant the foot. Now, swivel. Before you lift the hands, swivel on the back foot so your heels are in one line, but your back foot is 45 degrees to your front foot, so that when you lift the body up now and you look at your feet, they say 10 o'clock. If not, just adjust them. See if you can get the knee over the ankle. If that's really hard, just bring your back foot a little bit closer. Take the arms up overhead, and it's like you're holding a box overhead. As you inhale, see if you can lift that box to touch the ceiling, but not by lifting the shoulders to bunch by the ears. Exhale, press the right knee forward and the left foot away. So Warrior 1 opens the hips in a slightly different angle. 2 more breaths. Or different plane, not necessarily angle. Now, bring your palms together. From here, see if you can keep the arms long. Don't jump, drift forward. Before we had the arms beside the body. This is Warrior 3 with the arms extended. If it's too much with the arms long, bring the palms to the heart. Otherwise, have the arms long. 2 more breaths if you can in the standing balance. When you're ready, step back, Warrior 1. Release the hands, plant those palms, step straight back, flow through. Up and back. Downward facing dog, straight away, left leg up. Knee forward, plant the foot, swivel on your back foot. So again, heels are aligned. Back foot is 45 degrees to the front foot. When you lift up, you're in Warrior 1, and on this side, your feet will say 2 o'clock. 3 breaths. So again, like you're holding that box. So use the tailbone curls up, pelvic floor engages, whole core engages. Then you'll be able to lift that box towards the ceiling without bunching the shoulders. 1 more breath. Bring the palms together, and then don't jump, float. Keep that whole body active, palms to heart if you need. 3 breaths here. When you're finished, drift back, Warrior 1. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, flow through. Up into downward dog. And again, stay in downward dog as long as you want. We've got 1 more. So when you're ready, you float to toes. You look forward between the hands. You can walk, you can step, or you can jump. Stepping forward, just 1, 2, fingers under toes or hands behind the ankles. Unwinding up as you're ready. Palms together, hands to the heart. We'll do 1 more, Sun Salutation B, show you the 3rd variation. So again, keep the hands by the heart, bend the knees, hands beside the body, fingers to the mat, sweep the arms beside the ears, chair pose. 2 more breaths. Plant the palms and then straighten the legs, you're in forward fold. When you're ready, step or jump, come through that vinyasa. When you press up, don't use the shoulders, use the core, flatten the belly and push the sacrum towards the ceiling. So it's not the shoulders or upper body strength, it's full body activation. Right leg, knee to sternum, plant the foot. Before you lift up here, swivel on the back foot. So again, heels. So I'll show you from behind. When you swivel, heels are in alignment, but your back foot is 90 degrees to your front foot. So that when you lift up now, your feet will say 9 o'clock, and this is Warrior 2. Some people describe this like being on a surfboard. When you look down, make sure your nose is over your tailbones. You're not leaning forward, you're not leaning back. Shoulders and arms are all in the one height. So they're not bunched up, arms are not high. 2 more breaths. Knee is still over the ankle. From here, start to reach forward. Don't jump off that back foot. Keep the arms out straight. Float that back leg. This is called half moon pose. Straight lines through the arms, finger to finger, back leg through to the crown of the head, all one straight line, 3 breaths. When you're finished, come into warrior 2. From here, windmill that back arm down, plant the palms, step back, come through that vinyasa. Second last one. Downward facing dog. Now, from here, I'm just going to change that position again. From here, left leg is up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee forward, touch the sternum, plant the foot. Take the time to swivel on the back foot so that this time when you lift the body up, warrior 2, your feet say 3 o'clock. Check the back arm is where you think it is. It's not drifting anywhere. It's not dropping or bunching up. And then you look forward over your left middle finger. Find a spot on the wall in front of you. Stare at it. 2 more breaths. Start to drift forward. Don't jump off that back leg. Find that center of gravity so that you can float the limbs and you're in a controlled standing balance. Half moon. 3 breaths in total if you can. Don't droop the back leg. Don't let that back leg become soft and soggy. Don't let that arm flail around. When you're ready, back to warrior 2. Turn that palm. We didn't do this on the other side. This is a little bit different. You can come into the reverse warrior and then you windmill, plant the palms, step back, high plank, come through your last vinyasa, and then up into one more downward dog. Take 5 breaths here, really pressing forward. Maybe float to the toes. Exhale, bend your right knee, press the palms and the left heel firmly. Inhale to toes. Exhale, bend the left knee, firmly press the palms and the right heel. Inhale up to toes. Exhale, really press forward and back as much as you can, like you're trying to rip the mat. 2 more like that. Now on your inhale, float up to the toes, look forward between the hands, soften the knees a little. You can step, or if you like, you can jump. So you land in seated and then extend the legs. Just reach forward, see if you can touch. Doesn't matter, you might just get to here, that's okay. But just notice now, after the forward folds and the leg opening and lengthening, where can you reach? Take a few breaths, and then when you're ready, just unwinding your way down. And this position is called Shavasana, which means corpse pose. So your right heel is at the top right corner of your mat. Your left heel is at the top left corner of your mat. Your arms are softly beside the body like a corpse. And you now come into your relaxation. So this was a brief practice. It's an introduction to our sun salutations, which will be beneficial for you to understand for any additional practice that you come into in the future. This relaxation is actually the most important pose. So your corpse pose is actually the most important pose of your yoga practice. Everything else is a warm-up, preparing you for the corpse pose. So that you want to spend at least 5 minutes. Every minute beyond 5 minutes is worth 5 minutes in Shavasana. It's deep relaxation. We've lengthened the body, we've strengthened the body, which means there's lots of happy hormones and neurotransmitters floating around the bloodstream. The longer you can stay here in stillness, the more you will benefit from those happy hormones. Stay here as long as you can. This video will fade out and finish shortly. Thank you for joining me with our Gel Anywhere Teens program. I will see you in our other classes. Remember to stay here as long as you can. I'll see you next time. Namaste.